Good evening. Welcome to the post-match show, Rotherham United podcast. We'll be going through tonight's defeat, and I know there was a plan to go through the full podcast preview of Birmingham, but we're going to be releasing that Saturday because for one thing or another. Mick's with us. Hello, Mick.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
So 1-0 loss at home to Coventry. The run of fixtures told tonight, basically, for me, but we'll come into that later. If you are, as always, do get involved. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're watching us, reply to the post or just comment or whatever, and we'll get them up and we'll go through the safe space. This, if you want to vent, let's do it tonight. Let's do it all tonight, and then we can forget about it going forward. Because that's the best way to look at tonight. I mean, let's spend 20 minutes talking about it and then just forget it forever. Forget it ever happened.
I don't think I can forget it. I still haven't forgot Wickham. I still haven't forgot Swansea 3 seasons ago. So, you know, it's just, it was just a jaded performance, weren't it? We were never in the game, really. Never at any point did we control that game. And that's the second team that's come to our place and done a job on us, isn't it? You know, Wickham did a job, and Coventry have done the same to us, and we didn't really have an answer, which is massively disappointing and frustrating, particularly after Tudor's performance, which, you know, God, it's a right roller coaster watching supporting this club, isn't it?
It just, for it. Yeah, we were all quite happy, buzzing after Tuesday, and then to get brought right back down to earth tonight is disappointing, very, very disappointing.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the comments. We'll go through some comments. Ethan is Polish. The fact we played badly annoys him, but players had no bother to win and couldn't pass 5 yards. We discussed him. Yeah.
I think it's a bit harsh.
Tiredness setting. And we were talking before we started with press recording. I don't think we looked tired. I just think that they looked much, much, much fresher, if that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt, they came with a game plan and they executed it perfectly, didn't they? And we had no answer for it. Really, really frustrating and disappointing. But there you go.
Yeah. Neil Smith, go on, Neil.
Yeah, go on then. I'll let you do it. You do it, mate. I'm just not interested tonight. I'm just going to be a bystander.
Neil Smith, the only good thing tonight was Victor saving his first half. I just love him, mate. He's just great, isn't he?
You know what? Even in defeat, Victor Johansson is a bright light, isn't he? You know, in the game. That save in the first couple of minutes was just world class, absolutely world class. And then a couple of minutes later, he's brave coming out of players' feet. And yeah, absolutely outstanding tonight was Victor. I thought he could probably have done better for goal, but.
I think it was deflection, didn't it?
It did, yeah. I'm only kidding. That was a bit tongue in cheek. That, to be fair.
All right, okay.
But yeah, I mean, talking about the goal, I talked up the referee the other night. For me, I'm not having that free kick. I know Wes-Harding's gone to ground, but he's gone to ground when their players leaned into him. Their players basically won that free kick, and they were very good at that tonight. Very, very good at winning free kicks in inverted commas.
Same as Wickham, not to Wickham's extent because they were bad, but it was similar to Wickham in terms of that winning the fouls.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm really surprised that this referee, the quality he's got, that he bought him. But there you go. That's, you know, don't make any difference, does it? Because even if it had been, you know, we still wouldn't have scored if we were still playing now, would we? No. So really disappointing.
No, definitely. I completely agree. Duke Star FC on YouTube. Disappointing today. Players look jaded, which you can understand. Was always going to be a very difficult week. Hopefully we can improve Saturday. Sunday. We've got 2 days break. We've got the luxury of 2 days break between this game and the next game. We thought 2 days as a luxury football.
I think we need 2 days to calm down, don't we? Really, just to sort of get our thoughts together and wonder whether we're going to get out of Birmingham on Sunday or Saturday, but probably Sunday.
Probably Sunday, yeah. Very disappointing. I think Jade is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Just do 2 many players off their performances as well. but that comes with being that extra bit tired. Mark Gamble's poor performance tonight, fellas. Why do we keep hoofing it around? We look loads better on the deck.
Yeah.
Amazing Viking go. That they stopped us doing it, and that's what you mentioned the game plan, mate. All they wanted to do was make sure we hoofed it long, because they're similar to us. They've got big defenders, so they wanted Michael Smith to be trying to win a header against effectively 3 men.
Yeah,
and that's what happened. They were never going to win many headers. He didn't win many, and they took Smithy out of the game.
Well, I think for me tonight the key was midfield. Lewis Wing was poor, I thought, particularly in comparison to how I was the other night. Ben Wiles was poor.
Anonymous, wasn't he?
Yeah, Jamie Lindsay was not really. He's not really himself since he's come back. He's not as he was before. He was everywhere before, and now he's he's in and out of the game. That's 3 players straight away that you can't afford to have all them off the game. And Crooksy couldn't get into the game in the first half, to be honest. So yeah, they did a job, didn't they?
He Rodley better deeper, Crooks. When he dropped back into a proper midfield 3, when he got on the ball, I'm not saying he pulled any trees up, but he was much better when he was allowed to have a little bit of time on the ball.
Yeah.
Which they didn't allow him in that 10 role. It's one of those things. In hindsight, he maybe should have started Freddie, but I don't think he could have started Freddie because of how long Freddie played and he started injured.
Yeah,
I don't think he could have done that. Yeah. And he was never going to start Hurst, were he? So
no, that weren't going to happen.
Callum Gibson puts it very succinctly. Well, that was bloody awful. Yeah, nailed it. Josh Smith, embarrassing performance. Crooks was anonymous yet again for the full game. Icky all Sunday. Crooks should have been dragged at half time. Hurts more than Wickham loss because of the way we played. Yeah, if that was an isolation game, if that was, even if we played just the Saturday before that we're choosing that game, I would completely agree. You've got to take these other factors into account. And I know that sounds like a really, really, really easy excuse, but you cannot not take the factors into account. They're just so, I don't know what the word is, they have such an impact, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do, absolutely. I can't agree with that, Josh. I'm sorry, mate. I mean, the result is disappointing. The performance wasn't great. But like Matt said there, you've got to take into account all the other factors as well. I think embarrassing is not a word that I would use at all. It's certainly, for me personally, it doesn't hurt as much as the Wickham result because Wickham, just because of the whole set of circumstances surrounding that. Having said that, it's probably as important a defeat as the Wickham one, possibly even more so, bearing in mind that they are one of the closest rivals. But I said in the podcast, I don't think Coventry are going to be the team. They're not our fight, I don't think. I think they will pull away from it. I think we should be looking more closely at the likes of Huddersfield and Derby, frankly. Or maybe we could even drag Birmingham into it, but I don't think so. I think they're out of it as well. So yeah, but hey, each to their own opinion. You know what I mean? But I don't agree with that one.
Yeah, I agree. Stephen Adams from the audio commentary, it sounded like a tired team against a fresh team. That's basically that sums it up very, very short. There's obviously other parts of the game, but basically, yeah, that's about right. A shame, a real shame.
Yeah.
Callum Gibson got to be everybody's man of the match today. Victor was the only player to show up and do a job for us. For me, the formation didn't work. We should have gone 4-4-2 or something more attacking. You said that, we did, and this is why I criticise Warney's substitutions sometimes. Obviously, choosing and nailed it, but he tried. It was similar to the Wickham game. You try to be a bit too clever when you're making those substitutions. Just wherever possible, just go like for like. The formation wasn't necessarily the problem.
No.
Because the problem was we weren't getting enough of the ball. So if we went 4-4-2, for example, you're then losing an extra player in midfield, which would have made us weaker than we already were because we were already weak.
Yeah.
It's easy to say change formation, and I see why you're saying it. But 3-5-2 has got a history of working for us this season.
I don't think he could have changed it. Because it was that centre of midfield where we lost the game for me because we weren't able to control that. We weren't able to get our foot on the ball and play some passes around because those players were just not. They weren't at the races at all. So yeah, it was. Yeah, incredibly disappointing. But you've got to temper it. You've got to temper that with the number of games and everything else, and we've still got a lot more to come. So this is going to be really, really tough. We knew it was going to be tough, and you know they've done a job on us.
Yeah, big time.
I keep saying it, don't I? You know what I mean? But
I was surprised not to see Barlaser come on. I thought with 20 minutes to go, I thought a little bit of extra composure in the middle of the pitch would have done us world of good. And I know he wanted to put Chio on, and I know he wanted to, change formation, but he'd just give you that extra little bit of composure, because that's what we were missing. That ability to win. We're fine tonight. I know you say you don't think it was that good game. I thought it was okay, but he didn't look after the ball, and that's kind of his job. And Barley's has had those games. They've all had those games, but they're just not looking after the ball as well as they can. Yeah. And a lot of credit from that has got to go to Coventry, because they stopped that. Yeah. But if we have Wing and Barlaser in together, you've got two players who can control the ball and put the foot on it and make it a bit steadier. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's another option. He didn't choose to take it. He went for the attacking players, and sadly, Benny and Freddie and so on. So, it didn't work. Simple as that. It didn't work.
Yeah. OwenBO4 on YouTube on the survivalometer. He's going in the orange, maybe even the red. No, we're going Sunday. But I thought today's forces. It was very, very hard to watch. I completely agree. We tweeted out at half time. It was a really, really tough game to watch. But that's football. Sometimes it's 46 game season. You are going to get these.
I've had too many of them.
Circumstances. That's true. Tom McIntosh, a Coventry fan, best of luck for the rest of the season. Cheers.
Cheers, Tom.
A Birmingham fan, John Morrell. Evening, guys. You lot didn't turn up. After doing 50 minutes, you looked dead on your feet. Coventry should have won the game by half time. It says we'll defend like that on Saturday because Jukovic will love it. Yeah, the worry is that they will play similar to that. If they don't play similar to Coventry, we'll probably be all right. We'll have a couple of days extra rest. We'll make some changes.
The rest is the key part of this, I think. I mean, it's literally sort of 48 hours since we played a game and performed really, really well. But that's obviously going to take it out of them. And then the pressure on this game as well. I don't know. I'm making excuses a little bit, I think, because I think we could have done a lot better and should have done a lot better. But Sunday will be absolutely fine, because we spoke to John before, and John promised us 3 points on Sunday because they're safe. So I'm happy with that, John. You'll do for me, fella.
I've thought all along we would win games we didn't expect to, and lose games we thought we'd win. Still plenty to play for. Just the minor defeats tonight, which are unacceptable. I mean, you look at the games we've got left. We've still got people like Barnsley and Brentford to play. On paper would be very difficult, but we're going to be playing both of those at a time when they'll have nothing to play for. Middlesbrough next week, I've got nothing to play for. Birmingham, in theory, have nothing to play for. Blackburn, I've nothing to play for. Luton, I've got nothing to play for. Cardiff, I've got nothing to play for. Those are the teams you want to be playing. You don't want to be playing Wycombe or Coventry or Huddersfield, even though we're in a little bit of a fight. We want to be playing the teams that we're actually going to play. In theory.
As a running, it's not a bad running in the current circumstances. So but we need that rest, or we need to rotate. And if we rotate, have we got enough quality? I wouldn't want to be in Warner's shoes, I'll be honest with you. No. Particularly after tonight, picking that dressing room up, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. Where are we? Murren 1978, Vikings stopped that being for much larger scoreline. Disappointing, but it's not over yet. Yeah.
Some positivity. Come on, boys. Come on, boys and girls. Come on. I want positivity.
Ethan's Polish.
Ethan.
I think he was bringing back his bags and go back to Middlesbrough. Yeah, he was poorer tonight, but he was still the best out of the midfielders, wasn't he? So
it's one game, mate. He was outstanding the other night. Absolutely unplayable. And he's got that in his locker. But the reason he's not playing for Middlesbrough is because he's also got this in his locker.
Inconsistency.
You know what I mean? So he fits our team perfectly because he's inconsistent. Yeah.
Chris Nichols, it's over, lads. Can't see us beating Birmingham. Averaging 46 points a game at best. Sky can put all our games on telly. Very disappointing not to see this or the next Sky cherry-picked games. I think you'll probably change your mind on Sunday. Whether we win or lose on Sunday, I think you'll probably change the mind. Unless Huddersfield and Derby and Coventry all go and win, which is possible. But there's still a long way to go.
Absolutely.
John Lally, as John Brecken say, they need to look after the ball more. Yeah, we did need to look after the ball more, but I don't think we could. It's one of those things that needs to say. I don't know. They didn't let us, did they?
No, I guess they didn't. But we're good enough. We're good enough to do it, and we didn't. We looked a little bit like rabbits in headlights for that first 10 minutes because they came out so quickly at us. We just did not settle. We didn't settle into game for 20, 25 minutes.
Well, longer than that.
And then we didn't trail anyway. Really frustrated. Still frustrated. And nothing anybody said yet has made me less frustrated. I could do with some help here.
Pete Taylor, listen to you. It's kicking the teeth, but it is still in our own hands. Need to go and get a brum. Technically, it's still in our own hands.
Well, Matt, there's nothing technically about it. It's still in our hands. We've got 3 games in hand to some teams, 2 to others. Is it or two games in hand or whatever it is? We've got games in hand.
2 games in hand to most now.
Yeah, that will take us out of the relegation zone. But we've got to win them.
Got to win them.
We've got to win them.
Yeah, I agree. AJ Miller looked just gets annoying losing, isn't it? Crooks was awful. Yeah, Crooks was below par. But and again, it's hindsight. Playing Crooks where he did, it turned out like it was a bad idea. But that's hindsight, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Dukes of RFC 94. Coventry play well tonight. Fair play to them. As you say, Matt, they came with a game plan. Didn't have a plan. Didn't have a plan B apart from hoofball. We get this type of hoofball, and whoever on the panel, not Darren Bent, other guy, Clint Morris, other guy, basically saying we're a long ball team. We're not a long ball team because we tried to do that tonight and it didn't work. So if we thought we were a long ball team, then we would be much further down the table than we actually are. Yeah. And that's why we lost tonight, because we had to try and do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. One from Will Daniels. That one hurts. Perfect away performance from Coventry, and it was. The team with the worst away record in division.
Ridiculous.
But it was. You're right. And Victor has kept us in the game, particularly in that first half. Schedule's definitely played a part, but probably our worst performance all season at the worst time. Don't know. Not sure. We've had 2 shocking performances against Coventry, to be fair, this season. But I think for me, still the worst performance was the one against Wickham. But, what tends to happen after these bad performances is we tend to turn up. They do tend to sort of have a reaction to them. We have done all season, so hopefully we'll have one this time as well.
Sam Smith, how's Wes Harding? I used to like him when we played for Birmingham. He's been fantastic this season. Tonight he didn't have his best game.
No, he didn't.
Is a nice way to put it.
I think that's probably the politest way of putting it. He was poor tonight, was Wes.
You can see his frustration though when he came off. He's not going to be that. I understand he don't want to come off, but that wouldn't be the reason why he's upset when he's come off.
No, it wasn't. He knows that the challenge that led to the free kick, that if he'd have stayed on his feet, that player wouldn't have had the opportunity to go down like he did. And he should have stayed on his feet, and he probably could have stayed on his feet. So that's where that frustration comes from. But listen, I'm not going to beat him up about that because he's had such a good season. He's been outstanding for me.
Yeah, I agree. Fly through some more. We've got loads of comments going in. Will Daniel still in our own hands, and the fact we play so soon will help to put it to one side. Huge effort required to stay up. This team is capable and shown so far this is more consistent. Yeah, it sort of swings and roundabouts, Mick. You can, if you play quickly after winning, then that's really good news because you can just get going again. If you play quickly after you've lost, that's also not necessarily a bad thing because you could try and get going again.
Yeah, but how quickly? Do you want a game tomorrow? Because that's
essentially
what we've had, isn't it? You know what I mean? there's quickly, isn't there? And we definitely need a rest period. A couple of days, hopefully, will help. But not going to help enough, I don't think. I don't know.
Steve Adams, did Chio make a difference? No, not really.
No.
There were half a second or every so often where he almost got a chance to put cross in. But you're not going to get best out of Chio playing him like that, are you?
No, he's well off the pace, isn't he? Because he's not played. He's not anywhere near close to being match fit. He needs a run in the team. He needs more than 5 minutes on the pitch, 10 minutes, to basically get himself better back in. That's not a worry from our point of view, is it? I think Chio's season really is virtually done and dusted. I think in terms of any real influence he's going to have on us, because he's just not going to get the game time. I suspect. You never know, though, do you?
No. Where they stuffed it out in the middle, was crying out for width. True. Yeah. That's a fair point. PT Taylor kicking the teeth, but still in our own hands. We need to be good and we'll go get Brum now. Yeah, I agree. Neil Smith mentions things could have all gone very differently. Mick got to say Wing was unlucky with hitting the post as much as it did. Definitely not the worst signing we've made. It wasn't a shot. Well, I think they said on commentary, it was one of them where he's picked a really, really dangerous area and just nailed it.
Yeah.
And if somebody got a touch on it, brilliant. If not, it was the idea that it would have been on target.
Yeah. Hell of a
That's what he's got in locker.
Not just. Just 2 or 3 inches to the right would have been wonderful. You just a nestle in that side net, and it would have made the game completely different, but it didn't, did it? So, what if?
Yes. Steve Thomas slightly never turned up, which is bang on. Daniel Scott, a very forgettable performance, simple as that, on Sunday. Steve Thomas again. The whole team was below par. Below par for Tuesday. Johansson was obviously amazing because he was absolutely amazing. Callum Gibson with a very good point, which we'll talk about in the full podcast, which will be out on Saturday. Only good news is Josh Cody signed a new 3-year extension to 2024. He's injured at the minute. He's been playing quite a lot for Carlisle. They rate him really high at Carlisle, as I highlighted here. So that is a massive bit of good news. John Morrell, Coventry surprised him with their attacking intent. He thinks it's great that we keep saying the same, but this don't think the one win away. And he thinks they'll be up for Sunday. I'm hoping they're on beach, but I don't think they will be. They'll be up for it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely.
Where are we? John Wilson, it was never an easy game. There's lots of factors why it hurts hot bottom to Birmingham. Daniel Scott makes a good point. We've played 3 worst defence in the league at last 4 games and not scored a goal.
And then we're going bang 3 past QPR. You know, I'm just it's
a good point. When you put it like that, mate, you know.
Steve, Ben.
Ben.
Steve Thomas, where the hell is Ben? Yeah, he's crying. I think.
Is in bed?
I think he's having a little bit of a lie down in a darkened room and shedding a couple of tears, I suspect. He will be back for podcast though tomorrow. For Saturday morning, sorry. So
Ethan is poor. He sticks sadly in start for Sunday. For Crooks, give the man a rest. He says he'll play every minute, but you can tell he needs a rest. Absolutely, he needs a big rest. Something to bear in mind for Sunday is that Lewis Wing can't play next Wednesday because he's on loan at Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
So you could leave. I know that's only one player, but you said to Lewis Wing, empty. Just give everything you've got against Birmingham. And you've got almost a week's rest. It's the only one that'll have actually a bit of rest.
Absolutely.
So that's something to bear in mind.
I think there will be some changes for Sunday, but we'll talk about that in the podcast. But I think I expect quite a few changes for Sunday. And that's one of them I'd definitely make.
Yeah, Matthew Hepsall finish. No Trev Clark again. What are your views on that? Not even in the squad again. It feels like his time's done. Might be wrong. Certainly, if we stay up, how does he get in? If he can't get in now, he's never going to get in because we're going to strengthen, in theory.
I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to that question, Matthew. I really do, because I've been asking the same question. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but there must be a reason. There's got to be a reason why.
Yeah, must be. Right, we're going to finish there. So thank you all for getting involved. I hope it's made some people feel better. Venting a little bit. I don't quite feel better yet, but I'm sure I will soon.
Me neither.
But we've got to look forward to Sunday afternoon. I say look forward. So we will be back on Saturday for the podcast. The podcast will release Saturday morning, which will be a proper review, a bit more in-depth review with Ben for tonight, which I can't wait to talk about some more. And we're going to look ahead to Birmingham, looking at their recent forms and what to expect from them, and what to expect from us. What changes do we think is going to happen? Please subscribe to YouTube if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you've downloaded the fan club app. There was some codes to get in very, very soon. Matt King back to the top of that one. Mick's back in the top 6 as well. Mick's well done tonight.
Oh, excellent. That's good news. That's really good news. I'm sneaking up there. Got my eye on Lewis. Coming for you, Lewis.
You're above him now.
Oh, am I? Oh,
you're above Lewis, yeah.
I told you I'd come for you, mate. That'll come back to bite me on backside, won't it?
Will. Finish on this final comment. Stephen Adams, has Ben had a haircut? Yes, he has. So if you want to see Ben's haircut, make sure you tune into YouTube on Saturday so you can see Ben's new hair.
It'll be worth tuning in just to see if we can upload right video as well.
Yeah, Mick, well done.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, mate.
When there's a problem with audio,
that's what's going to happen, isn't it?
When there's a problem with audio, that's my fault. When there's a problem with the video, that's Mick's fault.
Yeah, every time. There's never a problem with audio, is there? It's just
rarely. So thank you all for watching, listening, getting involved. We do really appreciate those. We're back Saturday morning, and we may do a watch on Sunday. We'll let you know. Mick, thank you very much. Come have a beer or something.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. Just please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're up to 190 subscribers now. 192, I think. Closing in on 200 subscribers. So it would be great. It'd be fantastic if we could hit that 200 mark this weekend. That would be wonderful. So if you're already subscribed, get your wives, husbands, girlfriends, granddads, grandmas, kids, cats, whoever, get them all to subscribe. That'd be lovely. Thank you.
Well, that's it. There's no swearing, so it's kid friendly.
Pet friendly.
Pet friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever.
Cool.
Unless you've got a pet pig, don't bother with that. I'm not bothered about
that. Right. Thank you all. We shall see you all very, very soon. Thank you very much.